Hey guys, myself here, coming to another quick review, this time of Insidious 2, as I said I would for you guys. So I just got back from seeing it this minute, so it's fresh in my mind at the moment. And just to let you guys know, I went into this film with fairly low expectations, just like I did with The Conjuring. I don't know why I went into low expectations with The Conjuring, because that got amazing reviews on it. Yeah, it's because it looked like a piece of shit from the fucking trailers. This, however, I went into with low expectations given the reviews it's had, and the fact of... you know, sequels don't tend to be that good, but I was hopeful since James Wan and Lee Reynolds stuck with writing and directing, and so that should be good. I mean, it had the potential to be good from there, from that jump. So, is it any good? Let's say. Well, let's see. So first of all, we've got the storyline. Now, the storyline to me, it was better this time actually. The first film storyline was really good for a haunted house film, because you know, with haunted house films nowadays, they don't really try and give you a good storyline. They basically just try to scare you while you're at the cinema. Then when you're watching at home, there's really no rewatchability factor, because you know, you've seen all the scares, and if they worked, they worked. If they didn't, they didn't. And there's basically no payoff for watching it again. So I always look for a good storyline in my films, and Insidious had a decent storyline for that sort of film, but it wasn't amazing. Let's just be honest here. This time around, I felt storyline was much better, much done a lot better basically, and it's more or less a mixture of three genres, is what I could, three horror subgenres. Let's say it was a mixture of The Shining style psychological thriller, a haunted house film, and a fucking slasher without the gore. So the way they mixed those three together and added in a bit of a few humour elements, I thought was really well done. The storyline was just... I loved the storyline for this, even though I didn't find this one that scary. I'll get into that more later, but I mean, I didn't find this one that scary, so I could tell if the storyline was good or not. And yeah, this storyline was really well done, just like The Conjuring actually. So yeah, I would say this film's more fun story-wise, but The Conjuring's better made story-wise. So story-wise on this, I'm gonna have to wait it. I'll give it a 9. It was really strong. The characters in this film were really well done. There are quite a few characters this time around, and I felt all of them had a decent amount of screen time, and no one was underused. I really liked Lee Ronell and the other guy, I'm not sure what his name is, but the two comical characters, they were really good in the film. They weren't overused, they weren't underused, and they added a right amount of humour to the film. And that was just great. So characters are, I'd say characters are a strong 9 too. The acting is great, I'll give that a 9.5, I couldn't fault anyone. What should I do first? Should I do scares or should I do humour? Let's do scares, since this film is mainly meant to be a horror. Well, I mean, like, haunted house, things jumping out at you horror. So, the scares in this film I wouldn't say were as strong as Insidious 1, but were stronger than The Conjuring. Because this I felt quite tense throughout. Like, nothing really scared me in it. There were a couple of scenes that made me jump, but nothing strongly. It made me jump to the point where I was like, oh shit, like Insidious 1 did. Like, oh, what the fuck is that? And this is not anything that I'm going to like remember and see reflections of in the mirrors in a few days' time, like for a few days to come. I mean, like Insidious 1 did for me with that Darth Maul thing. Fucking hell. And I would say it's scarier than, so I would say it's scarier than Conjuring, but not as scary as Insidious 1. So scares wise, I'll give the film a 7, although I was watching it with my mum actually, because I knew it would be fucking hilarious just to see her reactions to it. And she was pretty much jumping and on the edge of her seat and shitting herself throughout. So there that is. So yeah, some people may find this scary, some people may not. I didn't really find it scary, but I found it tense. The humour in this was just great. I loved how they had subtle humour to it, and there was one scene in particular where someone said something to them, and then their reaction was basically the reaction of the common person, and that was just brilliant. So the humour in this, I'm going to have to give a strong 9 as well. So overall, I can't give this film any less than a 9 or 9.5. I loved this film. I found it just so much fun. I don't know if it's as enjoyable as The Conjuring, but it's more fun than The Conjuring. You know, you can have more fun with this film. The Conjuring is more of a interesting film. This one's more of a fun film, if you get my meaning. But some people may still find this one pretty scary. It's got a similar atmosphere to the original Insidious, which I love. So yeah, and they opened it for an Insidious 3, but I heard James 1 is not doing that, but I'll get into that in a minute when I have my rant. So yeah, overall I love the film, and highly recommended for anyone that was a fan of Insidious 1 or these sorts of films. Yeah, it's great. Now, the thing I'm really annoyed about is James 1 is leaving horror to go on to the shitty Fast and Furious franchise. What the fuck? I mean, come on, it's basically become a sellout, which I hate to say, because he seems like a cool guy, and he's made some great films. He's made Saw, my favourite film of all time, and Lee Rannell Rennell, I don't know how to say his name properly, is sticking with horror, it seems, and horror comedies, because he's just finished writing his first horror comedy, and he's starring in that, so at least he's sticking to it. But James 1 just seems to be a sellout. I can't blame him because of the amount of money he must be getting for going on to Fast and Furious, but god damn, he's gone from the most innovative the most innovative horror films I've seen in a fucking long while to making some generic cars crashing into each other bullshit. But that's just completely off topic. So that's my review, guys, and a little rant. So hope you guys enjoyed that. No idea what my next review will be. Sorry. There's not really anything else coming out that I'm interested in apart from I've got Filth, then what's the other one? Don John. We've got Filth, Don John, Hobbit 2, and I think that's it. So yeah, guys, that's more or less all I'd say. So it's Moss50 signing out.